Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jayati, and I'm a thermal engineer from Meta. And I'm here joined by my colleague, Anthony. And today, we are going to be introducing a new metric called hardware utilization effectiveness. So to give a little bit of background here, with the growing trends in energy consumption in data centers, we have seen an increase in the highlight for energy efficiency in all aspects of data center operation. With this in mind, I think PUE was introduced multiple years ago, and it really focuses on how well does the data center infrastructure deliver energy to its IT equipment. It characterizes the data center infrastructure efficiency, and we are able to improve using PUE. We are actually able to drive improvements in that. However, one limiting factor is, by definition, PUE is not able to offer any insights into the hardware efficiency. And this is where we are looking to propose this new metric called HUE, or hardware utilization effectiveness. The goal here is, by wider adoption, we can use HUE to drive improvements in efficiency and deliver on our sustainability goals. So let's look at the definition here. Taking a step back, as we all know, PUE is defined as the ratio of the total DC power to the total IT power. And as I said before, it was introduced by the Green Grid in 2007, and it has been widely adopted since. Meta initially was reporting a PUE of about 2, and today we now achieve a PUE of 1.10. Drawing a parallel to this, we are defining HUE as a ratio of the total IT power to the information processing power. So when we talk about HUE, this can really be characterized and defined at multiple levels. We can define this at a component level, the server level, rack, as well as the DC level. So just as PUE can be used to characterize the power efficiency of the building, HUE can be used to characterize the power efficiency of our IT gear. So let's talk a little bit about what exactly we can get from HUE, or what is the opportunity of HUE. So if we look at the figure here, you can see the graph, line graph that gives us the PUE. You can see the total DC power marked there at the very top. And then the green section really represents the total IT power. The total IT power also maps to the height of the line graph, which shows the HUE. And in this, you can see the green section again represents the actual useful power, or the power that is being used to flip bits, or the information processing power. So really, on the HUE bar, the difference between the total height of the bar and the green section really defines the opportunity that we have for improving our hardware efficiency. And this opportunity is really composed of a lot of different components, starting with the hardware tax, which is directly related to the idle power, the thermal kit power, which is the power consumed by our fans, the pumps, etc., leakage power, and more, so on. So let's take a closer look at how we can really improve the hardware efficiency and reduce our HUE. So if we look at the graph here, you can see the green line really represents the HUE for a typical platform, and the blue one defines the minimum attainable HUE. So what exactly is this minimum attainable HUE? So minimum attainable HUE can be defined as the HUE that a platform can achieve when it is at its most efficient. It is really directly related to the kind of technology that these platforms enable or implement. So for example, like if you're looking at a storage platform which have the spinning hard disks, and they consume a lot of mechanical power by the nature of the disks that are continuously spinning, they would have a higher idle power, and therefore a higher minimum attainable HUE. That would be the same case for like a networking switch, which would always have to be active so that it's ready to receive the information packets. As opposed to this, compute platforms can potentially have a lower minimum attainable HUE because they can have a lower idle power. So now that we have defined the minimum possible attainable HUE, there are really two ways that we can drive improvements in our hardware and improve its efficiency. The first one is design improvements, and that really focuses on trying to reduce the blue section that we see here. So if we are able to reduce our idle power, that will actually reduce our minimum attainable HUE. And that is how we can see the improvements over generations in our platforms as well. The other way that we can actually improve our hardware efficiency is by operational improvements. And this is done by some examples of this could be by service placement or improving our service placement, leading to improving our overall utilization for the servers. The other way is if we can enable lower power states for our servers and improving the hardware efficiency in operation. Next, I'll hand it over to Anthony to talk about HUE strategy.
Yeah, thank you, Jyoti. Yeah, so in terms of the HUE strategy, really, in order to make it understandable and easily adopted, there are 4 kind of guiding principles that we have defined for this particular effort. The first thing is it has to be generalizable, right? So something that can be very easily understood and can be easily calculated with readily available data or telemetry, right? So things like wall plug power, simple lab testing results, or even some of the power consumption of various components. We want to keep it simple. And another aspect is it has to be universal. This is something that has to be able to apply to a wide variety of different systems and also different environments. And another aspect we were thinking about is also the scalability of the metric, right? So in order for this to be something that can be easily adopted and understood, it also has to apply to a wide variety of different type of entities, right? So not just from the system perspective, but also from a whole rack, and also maybe even further on to the whole data hall, and further scaling up back to the same level as the PUE looks at the entire facility. So think of it as more as like we're looking deeper and deeper into the lenses and looking for those opportunities that Jyoti mentioned earlier. And of course, the fourth thing is it has to be standardizable, right? This has to be something that everyone can be very easily able to share in a very open environment, such that we have ways where we can define how to do the calculation, what are the right ways to report this sort of information, and how do we actually make sense of the data that we collect at the end of the day. So in terms of the HUE calculation methodology, as Jyoti mentioned, HUE currently, as we're defining it as the total IT power over the information processing power. This can be further expanded into the total IT power divided by the total IT power minus the parasitic power. So parasitic power is something that we believe is, for the most part, not useful power. So things like hardware attacks, thermal kit power, thermal leakage, right? So just to kind of give a little bit more information, right? So hardware attacks is things that would be, the power measured of a test bench at the minimum software that's required to operate, right, at idle. So think about like your system is running just an operating system and it's just sitting there, right? And things like thermal kit would be things like fans, pumps, radiators, anything that's necessary to cool your IT gear. And the fourth thing is thermal leakage, right? So things that are thermally dependent power that's consumed by the system. So moving forward, HUE in industry, we have a couple of areas that we would really like to continue working with the industry. And one definitely is to encourage more partners to adopt HUE and really study the existing hardware and identify the opportunities as we have done so as well. And of course, another aspect is promoting transparency, right? Similar to how PUE has become a very good metric in the industry to report on data center efficiencies, we want HUE to do something similar at the IT level. That way we can see where the opportunities are. And of course, the other aspect is to really leverage HUE as an industry-wide metric to really influence the IT ecosystem, right? So as things that Jyoti mentioned, improve hard drive efficiencies, improve switch gears, improve our server IT, all of those aspects we want to really understand where are really the opportunities that we can help to push the power utilization. And of course, one of our guiding principles is to help to drive a lot of the sustainability efforts, right? So achieving our net carbon zero goals and water conservation milestones, those are definitely things that we want to incorporate as goals into our next generation IT equipment design. So again, feel free to get involved with us and get in touch, right? We have various OCP strategic initiatives, and also feel free to contact us through LinkedIn if you have any questions.